felt it lately. There is a sensation that is almost impossible to describe to those who are asleep, but for you it is undeniable. It is a hum in the air, a subtle vibration that seems to ripple just beneath the surface of your ordinary routine. It is not anxiety, though your mind might try to label it as such. It is not fear, though your nervous system might react with a tremor of anticipation. It is electricity. It is the static charge of a massive spiritual storm that is gathering, not to destroy you, but to water the seeds you planted in tears years ago. It is a knocking on the door of your consciousness, a whisper from the universe telling you that the waiting room is about to close and the throne room is about to open. You have been sensing that something monumental is on the horizon, haven't you? You look at the calendar and the days seem to blur, but your spirit is fixated on a turning point. If you are hearing this, it is not an algorithm that brought you here. It is an appointment. There is a specific coordinate in time that has been marked for your liberation. Mark this upon the tablet of your heart and set your intention toward it. January 3rd, 2026. To the unawakened eye, this may appear as just another Saturday in a winter month, another page on the wall calendar. But to the spirit that has been refined by fire, this date represents a convergence. It is the point where the timeline of your struggle intersects with the timeline of your destiny. It is the day of delivery. God has already decreed it. The universe has aligned the mechanics of your reality to facilitate it. Everything you have been through, the isolation, the confusion, the delays, and the silent battles, has been leading to this singular moment of release. This is not a prediction of chance. It is a recognition of a cycle completion. You are standing on the precipice of the greatest shift your life has ever known. If you are ready to understand the architecture of this coming blessing and wish to walk this path of awakening with a community of like-minded souls, I invite you to subscribe to the channel now. Join us as we navigate these high frequencies together, ensuring no one walks this journey alone. To understand why January 3rd, 2026 is so significant, we must first understand the nature of time itself in the spiritual realms. The ancients spoke of two types of time, Chronos and Kairos. Chronos is the ticking clock, the linear march of seconds and minutes that ages our bodies and organizes our schedules. But Kairos is different. Kairos is God's time. It is the opportune moment, the pregnant moment, the instant where the eternal breaks into the temporal. It is when the impossible becomes natural because the conditions are finally perfect. You have been living in Chronos, wondering why your prayers haven't been answered, wondering why the breakthrough is delayed. But you are approaching a Kairos window. This date marks a celestial alignment where the resistance that has held you back is suspended and the momentum of your destiny takes over. But remember, this gate does not open for everyone. It opens for the remnant, for the ones who have been marked by the struggle, prepared in the shadows, and lapided by the trials of life. If you are still standing after everything you have endured, you are one of these chosen ones. You must realize that you were never abandoned. This is the greatest lie the ego tells us during the dark night of the soul. You felt forgotten. You felt as though your prayers were hitting a brass ceiling and bouncing back. But the silence was not absence. The silence was gestation. Consider the seed buried in the dark, cold earth. To the seed, it feels like a burial. It feels like the end. But the gardener knows it is a planting. The pressure of the soil is necessary to crack the shell so that the life inside can emerge. You have been in a sacred cocoon. While your physical body may have been resting or perhaps struggling to find rest, your soul has been traveling. You have been undergoing a metamorphosis that required you to be hidden from the world. If you had received the magnitude of the blessing that is coming on January 3rd, 2026, before you were ready, it would have crushed you. The voltage would have been too high for your nervous system. You had to be rewired. You had to be strengthened. This explains the exhaustion you have been feeling. Have you noticed that no matter how much you sleep, you sometimes wake up feeling as though you have run a marathon? This is because your spirit is working overtime. You are attending what the mystics call night school. While your conscious mind powers down, your higher self is active in the astral planes, attending cosmic councils, renegotiating spiritual contracts, and receiving energetic downloads that are preparing you for your new mission. You are literally being upgraded at a cellular and spiritual level. The fatigue is a symptom of acclimatization. Your body is dense, and it takes a tremendous amount of energy to integrate high-frequency light codes. So, when you feel that bone-deep tiredness, do not judge yourself as lazy. Do not force yourself to grind harder. Honor the rest. Your vessel is being reinforced to carry the weight of glory that is about to be poured out. If this resonates with the deep fatigue and the strange sensations you've been experiencing, take a moment to like this video. It signals to the universe that you are aware of the process and you are accepting the upgrade. Let us look closer at the signs that have paved the way to this moment. You have likely seen the numbers. It started subtly, perhaps a glance at the clock at 11:11 or a receipt totaling 333, but then it became aggressive. You see these repeating numbers everywhere, on license plates, in phone numbers, in document timestamps. This is not a coincidence. This is the spiritual equivalent of Morse code. The universe is speaking to you in the language of mathematics and vibration, confirming that you are in alignment. These numbers are markers on the path, reassuring you that even when you feel lost, you are precisely where you need to be. They are reminders that the veil between your reality and the divine realm is thinning. As we approach January 3rd, 2026, these synchronicities will increase in frequency and intensity, becoming almost conversational in their nature. Another profound sign of this preparation has been the isolation. This is often the most painful part of the chosen one's journey. You may have looked around recently and realized that your circle has shrunk dramatically. People you thought would be with you forever have drifted away, or perhaps were removed abruptly. Relationships that once felt comfortable now feel draining or misaligned. You may have tried to hold on to them, tried to fix them, but the gap just kept widening. This was not a punishment. This was a divine clearing. You cannot put new wine into old wineskins. The vibration you are stepping into on January 3rd, 2026 is so high that those who are committed to their dysfunction, their victimhood, or their stagnation cannot go with you. If they stayed, they would anchor you to a version of yourself that you have outgrown. The void they left behind is not empty, it is prepared space. It is a vacuum that nature abhors and will soon fill with a soul tribe that matches your new frequency. We must also speak of the physical body, for the body is the barometer of the spirit. Beyond the fatigue, you may have experienced unexplained aches, ringing in the ears, or sudden changes in your diet and intolerances. Medical tests often come back normal, leaving you confused. These are often referred to as ascension symptoms. Your DNA is responding to the shift in planetary consciousness. You are shedding the density of trauma stored in your tissues. The lower back pain may be the release of financial fear. The throat tightness may be the unblocking of your authentic voice. As you move toward the date of delivery, you might find your body rejecting processed foods, craving water, and demanding movement. Listen to it. Your body is the vehicle for this next chapter, and it is tuning itself up for the journey. And what of the dreams? The nights have become vivid landscapes of symbols and messages. You may be dreaming of old houses, representing past parts of yourself being revisited and healed. You may dream of water, symbolizing the emotional cleansing taking place. Or you may have dreams of flying, of schools, or of searching for something. These are not random firings of the brain. They are your intuition communicating directly with your conscious mind, bypassing the filters of logic. Pay attention to these nightly visions. Keep a journal by your bed. The guidance you need for the transition of January 3rd, 2026 is often delivered in the quiet hours of the morning. Now, let us speak of what is actually coming. What does "everything is delivered" mean? It is not a vague platitude, it is specific. On the material plane, prepare for the unlocking of resources that have been held in escrow by the universe. The energy of money is simply a current, and for a long time there were blockages in your pipe, beliefs of unworthiness, ancestral patterns of scarcity, and karmic debts that needed clearing. Those have been cleared. On or around this Kairos date, expect the sudden movement of stagnant waters. That job application that was ignored may suddenly yield an offer with better terms than you asked for. The debt that seemed insurmountable may be dissolved through an unexpected windfall or a legal decision in your favor. The project you have been nursing in secret, the one that feels like your soul's purpose, will suddenly find its wind. The right investors, the right partners, the right audience will appear as if they had been waiting in the wings for their cue. But the material is the least of it. The relational healing will be the balm your heart has craved. We spoke of the people who left, but we must also speak of the people who are coming. The delivery includes the arrival of your true counterparts. For some, this means a romantic partnership that is not based on trauma bonding or karmic lessons, but on mutual sovereign growth. A union where two whole individuals come together to create something greater than the sum of their parts. For others, this means the restoration of family dynamics. The estrangement that has lasted for years may end with a single unexpected phone call. Hearts that were hardened will soften, not because you forced them, but because your own shift in vibration has changed the energetic contract between you. You will find that you no longer need to defend yourself or explain yourself. Your presence alone will command respect and bring peace. If you are ready to receive these restored relationships and new connections, type "I am open to love" in the comments below. Let this be your declaration to the universe that your heart is ready to receive. Consider the realm of health. The delivery on January 3rd, 2026 also pertains to your vitality. The chronic issues that have plagued you, the brain fog, the heaviness, these have often been physical manifestations of spiritual battles. As the battle ends and the victory is decreed, the body follows suit. You may experience what looks like a spontaneous remission or a sudden surge of youthfulness. Your skin will clear, your eyes will brighten, and your energy levels will stabilize. This is the result of the stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline, finally flushing out of your system, replaced by the regenerative chemistry of serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin. You are moving from a state of survival to a state of thriving. The constant fight or flight mode that has worn down your adrenals is being switched off. You are safe now. Spiritually, the gifts that have been dormant in you will come online fully. You have always been intuitive. You have always been an empath. But what is coming is a refinement of these tools. Your intuition will sharpen into precise knowing. You will not just feel that something is off. You will know why, and you will know what to do about it. Your ability to manifest will accelerate. In the past, there was a long lag time between your thought and its realization. Now, as the veil thins, the lag time shortens. You will think of a person, and they will call. You will need a solution, and it will present itself within the hour. This power requires responsibility, which is why you had to go through the fires of purification first. You had to learn to control your mind and your emotions so that you would not manifest chaos. Now that you have been disciplined, you can be trusted with power. Why January 3rd, 2026? Why this specific point? The universe operates on cycles. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, just as the seasons turn, your life operates on a spiral of evolution. Numerologically, this date holds a vibration of structure, foundation, and divine completion. It is a day where the energies of the heavens support the building of a new reality on Earth. It is not magic in the sense of a trick, it is magic in the sense of alignment. It is the click of the lock when the combination is finally entered correctly. God has decreed this time because your soul's contract has reached a maturity clause. You have served your time in the trenches. You have learned the lessons of the wilderness. Now you are being called to enter the promised land. However, there is a crucial element to this reception: your participation. A decree is given, but it must be received. Rain can fall on the desert, but if the ground is hard and impenetrable, the water will run off. You must be the fertile soil. How do you prepare for January 3rd, 2026? What is your role in these final months and days of the transition? The first step is the art of surrender. This does not mean giving up. It means stopping the fight against the current. It means trusting that the river knows where it is going. You have spent so much energy trying to micromanage your life, trying to force doors open, trying to convince people to love you, trying to earn your worth. Stop. The frantic energy of trying pushes the blessing away. The energy of allowing draws it in. You must practice the feeling of the wish fulfilled before it arrives. This brings us to the importance of gratitude. Not the polite thank you say when someone passes the salt, but a deep cellular gratitude for things that haven't happened yet. Can you thank God for the healing before the pain stops? Can you thank the universe for the abundance while your bank account is still low? This is the ultimate act of faith. It signals that you believe the decree more than you believe your current circumstances. It collapses the timeline. When you vibrate in gratitude, you become a magnet. Start your mornings not with a to-do list, but with a thank you list. Thank the universe for the air in your lungs, for the coffee in your cup, for the challenges that made you strong. This shifts your frequency from lack to plenty, and abundance can only find a home in a frequency of plenty. Another vital key to unlocking this date is forgiveness. This is perhaps the hardest work, but it is the most necessary. You are about to fly, and you cannot fly if you are tethered to the ground by heavy chains of resentment. Who are you still holding a grudge against? Is it a parent, an ex-partner, a boss, yourself? Every ounce of anger you hold is a leak in your energy field. It drains the power you need for your new life. You do not forgive them because they deserve it. You forgive them because you deserve to be free. You forgive to reclaim the energy you left with them. Visualize cutting the cords. Visualize handing the burden of judgment over to the divine. Say, I release you, and in doing so, I release myself. Feel the lightness that returns to your chest. That lightness is the space where your new blessings will reside. If you are working on forgiveness and releasing the past, hit the notification bell. Let this be a commitment to yourself that you are clearing the slate for your new chapter. We must also address the imposter syndrome that may try to rise up as you approach this date. As things start to go right, as opportunities flood in, a small voice in the back of your head might whisper, "Who are you to have this? It's too good to be true. It's going to be taken away." This is the voice of your old self, the survivor self that is used to disappointment. Do not fight this voice. Simply acknowledge it and then dismiss it. Say to it, I hear you, but we don't live there anymore. You are not an imposter. You are a child of the Creator. You are royalty who has been suffering from amnesia. You are waking up to your true inheritance. You deserve the good that is coming, not because of what you have done, but because of who you are. The suffering was not the payment for the blessing. The suffering was the crucible that expanded your capacity to hold it. Reflect on the metaphor of the bamboo tree. For 5 years, the Chinese bamboo tree is watered and fertilized, yet nothing happens above the soil. To an observer, it looks like a dead patch of dirt, but underground, a massive root system is developing, spreading wide and deep to anchor the tree. Then, in the 5th year, the tree shoots up to 80 feet in just 6 weeks. If it had shot up before the roots were established, the first wind would have toppled it. You are in the 5th year. You are in the weeks before the growth spurt. The world saw nothing happening. They thought you were stagnant. They thought you were failing, but God was growing your roots. January 3rd, 2026 is the beginning of your 80-foot rise. The stability you have built in the dark will now support the height you will reach in the light. This is why you must not look back. The story of Lot's wife in the scriptures is a warning. She was being led out of destruction into a new life, but she looked back at the burning city and she turned into a pillar of salt. Salt represents preservation. She was frozen in the past. Do not look back at what you lost. Do not mourn the old life. It is burning away for a reason. Keep your eyes forward on the horizon of January 3rd, 2026. Your destiny is in front of you, not behind you. The windshield is larger than the rearview mirror for a reason. As this date approaches, you may feel a sense of urgency to clean house, literally and metaphorically. Follow that instinct. Declutter your physical space. Throw away the broken things, the clothes that don't fit, the papers from years ago. A cluttered space reflects a cluttered mind. Make your home a sanctuary. Light candles. Play high-frequency music. Make your environment welcoming for the presence of the divine. When you treat your home like a temple, you invite the sacred to dwell there. This physical action of cleaning is a powerful ritual of preparation. It tells the universe, I am making room for the new. Also, protect your energy fiercely during this time. You are in the final trimester of this spiritual pregnancy. You are vulnerable. Do not engage in low vibrational arguments. Do not consume media that spreads fear and division. Do not let people dump their emotional garbage on you. Set boundaries with love, but set them firmly. Your peace is your most valuable currency right now. Spend it wisely. If something costs you your peace, it is too expensive. Walk away. You are guarding the treasure that is about to be delivered. Share this video with someone you trust, someone who might also be on this journey of awakening. Sometimes the confirmation of a friend is the final key needed to unlock someone's hope. Let us return to the promise. God has already decreed it. A decree is different from a wish. A wish is passive. A decree is active law. When a king or a government issues a decree, it is done. It is written into the fabric of reality. The spiritual laws that govern the universe have already processed your request. The logistics are being handled. The how is not your business. The how is God's business. Your business is the what and the who. What do you want, and who must you become to receive it? Stand in the authority of that decree. Walk with your head high, not in arrogance, but in the quiet confidence of someone who knows help is on the way. Imagine yourself on the morning of January 3rd, 2026. Imagine waking up with a lightness in your chest that you haven't felt since childhood. The sun streams through the window, and the air feels different, crisper, cleaner. You check your phone and there is good news. You look in the mirror and you see a radiant being looking back. You walk out into your day and doors open effortlessly. You meet people who smile at you with genuine warmth. You feel a deep, resonant connection to the source of all things. This is not a fantasy. This is a premonition. It is a memory from your future calling out to you. It is real. It is waiting for you. The path between now and then is the bridge. Every day you lay a brick on that bridge with your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Lay bricks of faith. Lay bricks of courage. Lay bricks of love. Do not lay bricks of doubt or fear, for they will crumble under your weight. If you find yourself slipping into negativity, catch yourself. Be gentle. Say, cancel, clear, delete. Then replace the thought with the truth of the decree. I am the chosen one. My time has come. Everything is working out for my highest good. There is a mystery in the waiting. It is in the waiting that we find out who we truly are. Anyone can have faith when the sun is shining and the bank account is full, but to have faith when the night is dark and the cupboard is bare, that is the mark of a master. That is why you were chosen. You were strong enough to hold the light when everyone else would have let it go out. You were brave enough to keep loving when the world gave you every reason to hate. You were wise enough to seek the deeper meaning when others were satisfied with the surface. This strength is your badge of honor. It is the key that unlocks the door on January 3rd, 2026. As you move forward, keep your heart open. Do not let the scars of the past turn your heart into stone. A stone cannot receive. Only soft, living flesh can receive. Be vulnerable with the divine. Pour out your fears, your hopes, your tears. God catches every tear. They are the water for your harvest. Nothing has been wasted. The pain was the chisel sculpting the masterpiece. The delays were the oven baking the bread. It is all part of the grand design. We are approaching the finish line of this cycle. Can you see it? Can you feel the crowd of ancestors cheering you on from the other side of the veil? They are proud of you. They know how hard it has been. They are whispering, just a little longer, keep going, you are almost there. Listen to them, draw strength from them. You are the culmination of 1,000 prayers prayed by those who came before you. You are the one who breaks the generational curses. You are the one who sets the new standard. The blessing that hits you on January 3rd, 2026 will ripple backwards and forwards, healing your lineage and blessing your descendants. So, dry your eyes, chosen one. Straighten your spine. Take a deep breath of this electric air. The shift is here. The decree has been signed in the ink of the stars. The delivery trucks of the universe are loaded and the GPS is set to your address. January 3rd, 2026 is your day. Claim it, own it, prepare for it. If you are ready to claim this decree and walk into your destiny, leave a comment below saying, I receive my delivery. Let this be your signature on the cosmic contract. Remember, the mountain does not justify its height. It simply stands. The ocean does not explain its depth. It simply is. You do not need to prove your worth to anyone. You simply need to be. Be the light. Be the love. Be the vessel. The time of struggle is ending. The time of glory is beginning. Trust the timing. Trust the process. Trust the one who chose you. You are loved beyond measure. You are protected beyond understanding. And you are about to be blessed beyond your wildest dreams. The date is set. The dawn is coming. Watch and see what the Lord will do. Characters with spaces, 30 through 28. The Great Delivery, January 3rd, 2026. Script. In this space of expectation, silence becomes your loudest ally. The world teaches us to shout, to demand, to push against the walls of our reality until they break. But the Spirit teaches a different kind of strength. It is the strength of the river that carves the canyon not through force, but through persistence. As you hold this vision of January 3rd, 2026, in your heart, your task is not to force the calendar pages to turn faster. Your task is to align your vibration with the reality that already exists in the unseen realm. Think of a radio tuner. If you want to hear a specific melody, you must tune in to that exact frequency. You cannot demand the music to play on a channel of static. In the same way, you cannot receive a delivery of peace and abundance if your internal dial is set to anxiety and lack. You must become the vibrational match for the miracle you seek. Consider the farmer who plants a seed. Once the seed is in the earth, the farmer does not dig it up every hour to see if it has roots. To do so would kill the very life he wishes to cultivate. He trusts the soil. He trusts the rain. He trusts the seasons. You have planted a seed of massive intention. You have declared that a new chapter begins on that specific date. Now you must have the discipline of the farmer. Water your seed with gratitude. Shine the light of positive expectation upon it, but do not dig it up with doubt. Do not expose it to the harsh winds of skepticism from those who do not understand your journey. Keep your dreams sacred. Keep it warm within the hearth of your soul. If you are tuning your frequency to abundance right now, take a moment to click the like button. It is a small action, but it signals to the universe that you are present, attentive, and ready to receive. There will be days between now and then when the old patterns try to reassert themselves. The ego is a creature of habit. It finds comfort in the familiar, even if the familiar is painful. When you feel the old heaviness trying to settle back onto your shoulders, recognize it for what it is. It is merely an echo. It is the ghost of a version of you that no longer exists. You do not need to fight it. Simply acknowledge it, thank it for its past protection, and gently guide your attention back to the vision of your future. You are retraining your nervous system to accept joy as your natural state. This is deep work. It is the alchemy of the soul. Understand that the delay is not a denial. In the architecture of destiny, timing is everything. If the blessing arrived before your character was ready to sustain it, the blessing would become a burden. You are being prepared. Your capacity to hold light is being stretched. Think of a vessel being blown from glass. It must endure the fire to expand its shape. You're in the fire of refinement, not the fire of destruction. This heat you feel is burning away the impurities of fear, scarcity, and unworthiness. What remains will be pure gold. It will be a vessel capable of holding the immense delivery coming your way. We often think we are waiting on the divine, but often the divine is waiting on us to stop resisting. If this resonates with your spirit, share this message with someone who needs to be